Hello, hi, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Life Coaching Access, your daily access with professional certified life coaches brought to you by Life Coach Philippines. Life Coach Philippines is our community of professional life coaches certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, a bona fide institute for mental health that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. Life Coaching Access is our service to the community, and we aim to help individuals experience the process, the also beautiful process of transformation through the platform of life coaching. If you want to know more about our international coaching classes and services, please connect with Coach Roselle through 0917 586 1661 for assistance. By the way, I'm Coach Tony for En Route to Forgiveness, the New Beginning series. Your access with me is every Sunday at 2 p.m. And for my segment today, I will be sharing episode 9, the question of when was the last time you let your shadow rest? Please tag your friends in the comment section below and invite them to join our conversation. You may also share this FB Live to your timeline and FB groups and pages so that we can reach more people and help transform lives. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I apologize if I was a little late today. I had something to do on personal end, but thank you for joining me nonetheless. And for those of and a little bit of shout out before I begin, um, to those who watched me in making a difference yesterday. Thank you so much for joining me. And for those who don't know me, or this is the first time you have met me here, then I'd like to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Coach Tony, and I'm a certified life coach here. And I spe- and I usually specialize with millennials and younger people, so those in high school and college, and those who are in their careers, those who aren't necessarily satisfied with their work, but I normally interact with them or with anyone really. As a life coach, I don't give advice. I am also not a guru. And if you want to get to know me or get to contact me, you can contact me through my email at either at coach.tony.espiritu@gmail.com, or you can message me directly in either my two Facebook profile pages, either at coach.tony.espiritu, or you can contact me through my personal Facebook profile. That's Tony Espiritu, or you can search Tony Tonality, or you can contact me through mobile devices through 0906 2467 333. All right. So for this entire month of January, I'll be talking about the New Beginning series. And as a recap of what I mentioned, so for episode 9, which was last week, I asked about when was the last time you did something for the very first time. For today, we will be talking about when was the last time you let your shadow rest. For next week, when was the last time you just said goodbye to standing still? And for the week after that would be when was the last time you did what makes your heart sing? All right. I see I'm joined by Coach Nilo, Coach Tin, and Master Coach Hasmin. Hi, thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much. All right, let's begin. When was the last time you let your shadow rest? When was the last time you let that thing in the back of your mind, or that shadow of yours, and leave it in the back? I'd like to begin by asking you first, before we answer this question together in this journey of ours for these next few minutes. I'd like to ask you first, when you think of the word shadow, or when shadow comes up in the top of your mind, what's the first thing that you can think of? Or is it this image? Is it this? Is it this? Or is it this? In those four images that I just shown you, I'll go back first. In these first two images, do you connect with them? Are you? Is it something that makes you feel, or is it where you are currently right now, or when you've experienced something before? That looming presence that you feel. Do you feel that the shadow is enveloping you? Do you feel that it's right behind you, taking control of, excuse me, taking control of you in the back of your head? Is it something persisting? Is it, excuse me, is it something that's really making you, is it something that's bothering you rather? Or is it something that follows you? As what Coach Neela mentioned, he mentioned that it's dark and it's somber. Very interesting. Thank you, Coach Neela, for sharing. So now I ask you, what is the shadow to you? What is your own personal shadow? Is it self-doubt? Is it something that is the side to yourself that you don't want to talk about? Is it the side to yourself that does not want you to become who you are or who you want to be? Is it someone or something? Or is it another person? Is it something that traumatized you in your past? What is the shadow to you? I'd like to take a moment and go through a little bit of psychology by Carl Jung. Oh, and before that, before I move forward, what is your shadow saying? What is it saying to you? What exactly is that little voice in your head telling you that you can't do, that you can't say, that you're unable to do this, you're unable to do that? Or what's the shadow of yourself? Or what's the shadow that's pulling you back from doing what you want to do? Now, as I previously alluded to, let me borrow something out of psychology, and let's talk about a little bit, just a little bit, on Carl Jung's definition of shadow. Um, Basically, the shadow is the dark side of ourselves that looms in the back of our mind and that makes us feel inferior. It's something that makes us feel rather not good about ourselves. Maybe it's from a past experience or past trauma that we have. And or it's that dark saying or that dark side of ourselves, the evil thing that's in our minds, the thing that we try to suppress. If you think a good example would be the Incredible Hulk, how Bruce Banner he has in the front facing of things he is just a mild scientist who tries to make the world better, but deep within him the anger, the thing that makes him angry, the thing that pops out is the Incredible Hulk, this childlike, simple-minded being that knows nothing but rage. And in that sense, that's his shadow. That's the thing that he tries to suppress, but it pops out. Or for the purposes of our discussion today, the shadow is ourselves, the things that we repress in ourselves, the negative qualities that we try to hide. I'm pretty sure all of us have things that we don't want to admit, or that it's something that doesn't serve us well, or it's not something that we want to show with people or show to others, or even to our own selves. When we look in ourselves in the mirror and we see that I did something bad, or we did something bad, or I did something horrible to another person, and we don't want to admit it, but We know in ourselves that we did something wrong, or we did something that's not good, and we try to hide it, or um, we try to not show it, or we try to suppress it. If you're connecting if you're connecting with me, please put in the comment section below that you're connecting with the comment with the hashtag connect. If you feel this way, then you are not alone. Me myself, I also have this. I also have a shadow to myself, and there are things that I did in my past that I'm not proud of, and it's okay. But what we can take away from those learnings or the things that we did in our past, we have to use that to our advantage for our own learnings, for our own personal growth, for our own well-being, so that we can become a better version of ourselves for our own future. So self-doubt. Now, with self-doubt, it's okay to doubt ourselves in small doses. That's normal. And it's also a self-defense mechanism because when we doubt ourselves, it may come from personal experiences, something that we had encountered in the past. For example, when we take the jump, or when we do skydiving, or maybe we did something like skateboarding, or bike, or taking or riding a bike for the first time. It was scary without the training wheels. And if you've ridden a bike without any training wheels before for the first time, you'd fall, you'd crash, you'd sometimes scratch yourself. And we doubt ourselves because we don't want to experience that pain anymore. And in small doses, it's fine because it helps us keep ourselves alive. It allows ourselves to not experience that pain anymore. But in big doses, in huge doses, it it stops ourselves from doing what we want to. It stops us from doing what we love. It stops us from not doing what we want to do. And if, for example, today was your last day, or if at the very end of our lives we didn't do what we want, or we didn't reach that dream of ours because we doubted ourselves, and there was no tomorrow after that, then we used up our life. We used up we used up our remaining time here on earth doubting that we can't do it, but we can. And as a matter of fact, we have to embrace doubt. We have to embrace it because it's us being people. It's us. It's normal. We have to embrace that little doubt in our heads. Those things that stops us. We have to embrace it because it's normal. It's not something that we have that can take control. It's not something that, or sorry, doubt shouldn't control you. It should not control your life. It shouldn't be the thing that holds you in place. It shouldn't stop you from achieving what you want. But at the same time, doubt is normal. A little bit of it is fine. Again, as we talked about earlier, or as I mentioned earlier, it's a defense mechanism, and it's okay. You also have to, at times, doubt your own doubts. As I mentioned earlier, it's sometimes doubt stops you from getting what you want, from doing the things that you want to do. Talk yourself in the mirror, tell yourself that, hey, this isn't what I want. Yes, I know that you're trying to protect me, but how can I move forward if I don't try? You have to try, because otherwise you would never know. Carpe diem, my friends. Carpe diem. Treat every day as if it was your last day. Not necessarily YOLO, like you only live once, but treat every day as a learning experience, as something that can allow you to be a better person. If a good example of this would be rejections, not just rejections from someone that you like, but rejections from job applications or rejections from the school, from the dream schools that you wanted if you're a student, or rejection in the form of your loved ones. Um, you constantly have to try. With regards to your loved ones, constantly show them that you love them. Tell them that you love them. Like, even if they don't show it, just tell them that you love them. Because maybe sometimes for them, they doubt, they sometimes doubt themselves that maybe they're the person that they interact with or their family member doesn't love them, and because of the hurt that they experienced before, um, they don't say it as often. Or for those dream schools that you or the dream school that you never applied for, or that rather the dream school that you got rejected by. There are other schools as well out there, and if you really want to pursue that school, try again. Like, there is nothing that says that you can't apply all over again. I mean, there may be limitations, like you can't apply after you apply for it once, you can't apply for it for like 365 days. But if you believe in yourself, if you really want that thing, or if you really want to go to that school that you want, then go for it. Don't stop yourself. Or maybe it's if you're a believer, maybe it's God's way of telling you that though this is the school that you want, I know, like, I have a better plan for you. I have a better school in mind for you that you may not see yourself in the current moment, but I'm allowing you to I'm placing you, or I'm putting you in the roadmap of finding that place where you can potentially grow as a person. With job applications, it happens. It's normal. It's very rare for all of us to be accepted in the first job that we apply for. And tell yourself it's okay, because out there, you may not know it, but somewhere out there is a job for you or an organization for you that you can grow, or that is better for you. And when you finally have that job, or when you are accepted by that organization, you will appreciate it so much more. That's why you have to doubt your own doubts, because if you let doubt control you, if you let it fester within you, then you won't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to push those doubts away and move forward. With how how to move forward, well, it depends on each person, but you would know it. You would be the only person to know how to move forward from here. With doubt, another example here would be pushing away your doubt. If the mission that you want to if the mission that you set yourself for, if the mission that you create, the thing that you want to do at the very end of your life, and you want to leave your mark, make your mission bigger than your doubt. Make it so that it's something that can drive you moving forward. Uh, For me personally, me as a person, as Coach Tony, or just Tony Espiritu, that would be leaving my mark here on earth by being a very good life coach, being someone that can be there for people, being someone that can help transform lives, and making a difference within people. And once I'm able to do that, when they move forward with their lives, then I'm already happy, because because I helped make a difference within that person's life. And as long as that person's happy, then that's enough for me. You have to make that mission bigger than your own doubt. In my case, if I doubt myself, if I if I don't like push forward with me being a life coach, I'd still be miserable. I'd still wouldn't believe myself that I will not be a life coach. And that doubt, I didn't let that doubt stop me. I didn't let that thing that's making me stop and think and let it fester and make me feel horrible or make me feel depressed. I didn't allow those things to control me because I knew that if I wanted to help people, then I'd push through with it. I'd be damned to say that I'd let the doubt take control of me. I'd be damned to say that this is it. There's nothing else to give because I know that I can be a better person than this. I know that I can be better, and I know that you can do it too. To everyone that's watching this, whether it be live or in a replay, a good saying, Coach Nilo. Instead of saying mission impossible, say mission I am possible. It is possible to do things that you want to do. Just don't let the doubt take control of you. And be with people that shapes you. Be part of a tribe. Be a part of a tribe that you can grow or be and let the tribe grow you. Be with a group of people that can support you. Sometimes with who you are currently, and if you think the people that you're with, like um, you can't grow because of certain people, then leave. It may be hard or it may take some time to figure that out, but you but if you really want to grow, then find people that can share and journey with you. Find people with similar interests. Find people that can bring out the good in you and vice versa. Find people that you can make people you can let the good out of all other people that you're with grow. Allow everyone and you yourself included to grow with you to create those things that make a good person or make the best version of yourself possible for you yourself and for others. Find those people. Or if you're already with them, then that's good. And with those people that you're currently with, make try to help them grow or try to don't force it on them, of course, but try to help them become a better version of themselves. If you believe the person can become better, then go. Help them, uplift them, create an environment or create a space that you and your friends can grow and foster and share that with other people as well. After you create that circle of friends or your circle of or those circle of people or your tribe, then let it grow. Let it bring out the good in people. All right. So, with all this being said, are you ready to overcome your own doubts? Or another way of asking this is, are you ready to overcome your own shadow? Because I am, and I hope that you are also. I it, you have to be willing and be open to allow yourself to move past your own doubts. That little voice in your head that's saying no, that's saying stops, that says stop. And if you're willing to journey with me in this 5-step process that I can share with you, that to overcome doubt, then allow yourself to journey with me so that I can journey with you moving forward. All right. So I did mention 5 steps, but there is a step 0. And step 0 is writing things down. Write all the things that is causing you doubt, whether it be something that's personal to you, or maybe monetary monetary things that are stopping you from investing in yourself, because of day-to-day living, or you're in survival mode, write them down. Write all the things that are stopping you, all your doubts, all your fears, everything, anything really. Write it all down. It really helps to put things into perspective. Maybe everything that comes from that is making you doubt comes from that one thing that is making you feel scared. Write it all down. And once you write it all down, then you can pause and self-reflect. You can see what's the common denominator between everything. Once you've written everything down, then we move on to the very first step. Stop and take a breather. You've written everything down. You've written all the things that you feel emotionally draining or that makes you feel emotionally drained. Stop. After you're done, stop. Take a breather, reflect, take some coffee, drink some water, relax. Find ways to relax, whether it be reading, taking a little hike, or walking. Maybe play a little video games here and there. Just find a way to just take a break and stop and reflect. Step number 2, look at your list and talk to someone about it. Talk to whether it be talking to that special confidant that you have, or talking with your life coach, or talking with a close family member that you trust. Look at your list, and and if you're able to see that um, there is a common denominator, or if there is something that can be easily like it you can easily pinpoint as the reason why you have your own self-doubt, or you doubt yourself, good. Talk to someone about it also. Tell them that, hey dude, or hey, I have a problem, or I feel like these are the things that's stopping me from growing, or stopping myself from experiencing the things that I want to do. What can I do? Or if you look at your list and you see that you don't know what you're doing, or rather, not what you're doing, but what, and you don't know how to stop doubting yourself, talk to someone about it. Tell that person that I need an open ear. I need someone to talk to. I just want some help. It's okay. And that's okay. Talk to someone that you trust, and that you feel that this person is trustworthy, and this person is someone that I can share my thoughts and feelings to, and is okay to ask maybe advice if it's a friend, or if it's a life coach, someone that can help you set your goal for you. Sometimes when we look at our list, we become overwhelmed and we don't know what to do. Third, don't compare yourself to others. I know this is hard. I know this is one of those difficult things. Even myself, I sometimes compare myself to others. But if we stop to think about it, if we stop comparing ourselves to others, what are we left with? Ourselves. We basically compare who we were, let's say a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, with who we are currently. If we just focus within ourselves, if we just compare ourselves to who we were, then we have a better perspective on where we want to go, or where our doubts come from, or where we want to go moving on from here. Where do we want to set our goals to? We don't we must try our best to not compare ourselves to others, because each of us have our own different journeys in life, whether it was a difficult road, or whether we took an alternate route. We can't compare ourselves to others. What we can do is compare ourselves to who we were and who we want to be. Fourth step is don't let what others say affect you. Don't, conversely, if people tell you, hindi mo kaya to, or you can't do this, don't let it affect them. Maybe they have a certain perspective that they want to share, and maybe it's something that they think is best because that's how life went for them. Then sure, okay, just accept it for what it is, as an opinion. But at the end of the day, this is about you, how you want to move forward from here. Your personal journey doesn't necessarily have to reflect on how others' journey is for them, because it was their journey. It was them on how it was their own personal journey. It was how they navigated life, and each of us are in different parts of our journey. And maybe what they say doesn't necessarily reflect on how you go about things, and that's okay. But overall, you shouldn't same with how you shouldn't compare yourself to others. Don't don't let what people say affect what you want to be or who you want to become. And lastly, learn to let go and celebrate your wins. Um, Celebrate your own victories. And when you look at your own small wins or those big wins that you have, you tend to see that for the most part, when you let go of your doubt and when you push forward and you succeed, that's because you let go of your own self doubt. You let go of those doubts, that little voice in your head that you have. You tend to appreciate things more, and you tend to allow yourself to grow, and you allow yourself to be a better person out of it. Just let go of the things after all is said and done, and when you finally achieve what you wanted to achieve, let go, because you became, or you became the person that you wanted to be, and you allowed yourself to take that leap forward. You allowed yourself to grow, and you allowed yourself to get the thing that you want, that end goal that you wanted to have. But of course, each of us have our own unique journeys, and course correct along the way. You have to course correct. Sometimes there will be things in life that throws at you, and it's a slight curveball. Or there are things like, for example, the pandemic. We all had our plans, and because of the pandemic, we were forced to shift, find out find out a different way on getting what we want. Course correct. Um, just stop, reflect, find out what you need to do, and then go with it. Of course, you have to talk. Of course, like, um, take yourself into consideration also, and take also the person that you're, whether it be your close confidant or a life coach. Take what they um, take what they say, and take that into consideration. Except for those people who tell you can't, with the fourth step. And with that, that's it. Um, Self doubt is not, I'll be honest with you, is not the easiest thing to overcome, because the person who judges that is ourselves. And sometimes we ourselves are our own worst enemy. We ourselves are our own bad person. And with the shadow, it's sometimes difficult. But if you but if you allow yourself to take that opportunity to move forward, then what can your shadow do? Say you can't, but What if you could? What if you can? I'll leave you with that. So hopefully, that question of instead of what if you can't, try asking yourself, what if you can? And with that, I thank you. So as we end today's episode, let me invite you to visit our coaching hub at D Cup Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets, Capitolia, Pasig City, just across Bayanihan Center. Our coaching hub is open physically from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. only, but virtual operations is 24/7. And we offer coaching services on demand any time of the day, any day of the week. Please connect with Coach Roselle through 0917-586-1661 for your coaching needs. Again, thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll hope to see you next week. Same day, same time. Love, boom. Thank you so much and for joining me.